Well, good morning. The dry roads, the blue sky, I'm out on the Harley. You could be very well mistaken for thinking that it is a glorious warm spring day, but it's not. It has just crept above freezing. It is 1 degree, which I think is about 31 or 32 in proper money. I have my winter gloves on, thankfully. I'm not going to be going at any sort of serious speed, but I have to go out, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, it's a nice day to get out on the bike as long as you can stay warm, for my MOT. How stupid is it having a bike MOT in January? The bike is still pretty much caked in GT85, which I put all over the metal parts and the engine and everything like that through the winter while it's stored up. I'm embarrassed to say that since the last MOT, last January, I've done 500 miles, and I suspect 2/3 of that were the saddlebag social ride, and then the repeat trip just afterwards with my good lady to take it down the same route when it was slightly better weather. This sadly has become a bit of a treat, a bit of a luxury in the garage, which is a shame because I love riding this every time I come out. It's so much fun, it's so chilled. There's no expectation to perform at any level. You're just happy to get somewhere and you enjoy the route there, except for the fact that now I'm really missing heated grips. Trying to be as wary as I can on corners. You never know if there's black ice. I'll pull the visor down, but I know full well I'll be opening it again in a second because my glasses will steam up. Old age does not come alone, does it? Bad eyesight, cold bones, arthritis in my thumbs. And although I don't use this bike very often, I must admit, when it comes to starting it, as long as the battery holds a charge, which I keep it on an Oxford Optimate anyway, which does an absolute blinder of a job, but as long as I've got charge in the battery, it takes a few turns. But as long as you go through the little start-up dance, getting the choke and a couple of squirts throttle, turn it over and then stop and then turn over again, it generally starts pretty well. Doesn't like the cold. It's literally me in two-wheel bike form, but when it starts, give it a bit of time to warm up and it is just glorious to ride. Now, this is one time of the year, and it is the only time of the year that I'm happy that this road's speed limit has been reduced from 60 miles an hour down to 30 miles an hour in places and 40 in other places, because it means I don't have to go that fast, and it means I won't get that cold. Small mercies, eh? Small mercies. Of course, having a bike like this, it's got its own built-in traction control, which is the fact it's got no power. So I'm fairly safe with that. It's got no ABS, which is something you need to think about. It's got no fuel injection. It's barely got a speedometer. But it's just lush. Gorgeous. I think what I'm going to have to do, and you guys can remind me if you're able to, is get this bike re-MOT'd at some time in the summer to break this January cycle. Because it actually ran out a couple of days ago, but because we've had snow and sub-zero temperatures, it really wasn't safe to ride, so I've had to book it for this weekend, which is still not exactly the safest of options, but it's a lot safer than it has been for the last few weeks. And I've got to say that I'm lucky that although we've had some severely high winds down our part of the country, upwards of 70-80 miles an hour, I think even touching 100 mile an hour gusts, and it was quite scary at times. We've not had the floods, the deep snow that a lot of the northern parts of the country have had, which have created absolute havoc. And my thoughts go out to the guys up there that are dealing with an awful lot of trouble at the moment. You've got the added problem now of warmer air coming up, from the south, which is going to cause a major thaw, and all that then is going to be melting on already sodden ground. So we're heading to see the top man at RJ Motorcycles, Rob. He does my MOTs for me. Absolute blinder of a bloke. He's got the Ford Ranger truck, but the Harley Davidson special. All the seats have got the Harley Davidson emblem emblazoned on them. There's the Harley Davidson badges. The wheels have got Harley Davidson centre caps. And it's just an absolute glorious piece of kit. I'm hoping he's going to have it outside now. Right, this actually looks quite damp. It's being gritted, but it is damp. So a little bit of squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time. Okay, now the danger we have is that's been main roads all the way, but this is not a main road and will not have been gritted. And I know the little route down to RJ Motorcycles has a stream running across it all year round, because the water runs off the hills and across the road. Now that stream will no longer be flowing and it will be straightforward ice. So, and this hasn't seen much sun, so this could be where the fun happens. This could be the reason why you've come to this to watch this video, because if I go over, trust me, that will be the thumbnail. So far so good. Let's get in that little sunny spell there, just to be on the safest side that I can. Okay, the stream has gone. That's good. Morning. How we doing? Good. Lovely straight pass as expected. Right, so when I'm stuck in traffic, I will leave you guys be. Catch up with you next time. Stay safe.